Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are fitting a not a brand new, but we're fitting a twin pump ARB air compressor to our Y62 Patrol using this bracket plate, which you get from Patrol Apart. You can get another style from, I believe, Dash 4x4. There's a whole bunch of different places. This will bolt to the back of this. This will then bolt in here. I believe the Dash one, you can fit a little air tank, I think. Don't quote me on that. Look it up yourselves. But yeah, we're just going to go through. Nice, easy. This is the old compressor from my Y61, so that's why it's got all this additional wiring here. Unfortunately, I don't have all the parts. EC Off-Road sell a nice little panel that sits up here with an on-off button. So I'm just going to rig it all up so it sits there so I can use it in the meantime until I get that fitted. I'm getting a bunch of other work done at EC Off-Road eventually, so I'll get that fitted in at the same time. For the meantime, we're just going to run the old school switch here and have some cords hanging out. Of course, eventually I'm going to run a battery box sitting here, removable one, because the laws now you can't run lithium inside the cab, so I'm going to have a removable battery. In the meantime, I'm just going to run a link to here, which is my trailer plug for my caravan, well, camper trailer. So that's fused, it's 12 volt, I'll be able to just plug it in. All this is going to be used for anyway will be pumping up my airbags for when I'm towing and occasionally pumping up tires, but by that stage I'll have a battery box in here, so I won't be running power straight from the front battery, which I don't really want to be pulling a lot of power from there. So we'll get all this fitted up, because in the next video you'll be seeing some other stuff, hopefully, which will have to do with this. So let's crack on. So our first step will be obviously pulling all this apart. I have no clue how this comes apart, so I will rip into it and then show you guys the spots to undo stuff. I'm assuming this all comes off, pull this cover off, and then this comes off. Probably have to pull this off too. So we'll have a look. Once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so it was a bit of a mission. Basically, you pull this cap off here. There's a securing point here, take them out. Then you got to take this false floor bit out. There's 2 bolts here, plus on the other side. Take the rear compartment off. There's also a strap to go here for it. Easy, 10 mils, 12 mil. Take all that off. Then you got the anchor mount for the seatbelt here. That's that one. Then at the front, there's the anchor mount for that seat. So take all those out, pull it off, just pull clips, and they should just pop up. Hopefully, I'll climb in there and get it all off. And there we have it, access to it. All right, so I had to move this wiring here, and also that's my trailer plug wiring for the Heyman Reefs. So this will use these 2 top holes here, and one down here. I think this is where the subwoofer is on a TIL model. I'm not 100% though, so yeah, that's where this is gonna sit. So we'll use this hole, those 2 holes, and I think possibly that hole down there. Before we fit it though, I need to connect the compressor to this plate because it bolts to the back of it. So I'll put all that in, and then I'm thinking I'll run the wiring up to here, and I'll get this off while I'm here. Okay, so the kit comes with these bolts, which is suited to the Nissan thread pattern and that, so this is going to be good. We'll get this all mounted up now. I've already got the existing bolts in my compressor. So we'll mount it up, run the wiring up to here, because like I said, this is where that EC Off-Road panel is going to sit eventually. So we'll run all of our air lines and that up to here. All right, and there it is mounted. Make sure you have the air vents to the top, because if you have it the other way around like what I had originally, it'll hit on here. Won't go in properly, so you have to unbolt and flip it, but that's nothing. So yeah, those are the top. I've got 2 bolts in, and then we've got to put obviously the ones down the bottom. The hole down there is going to line up. We also have a nut and bolt here, so I'm assuming that'll go down this bottom section, and then we are good to go. Fantastic. All right, that's 100% mounted up. Bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, bolt down here. Now I believe what they want you to do is drill a hole on that bottom corner, but of course I don't want to drill a hole in my brand new car. I've gone to the hole above, and then I've got a bit of flat bar. I put a bit of flat bar behind it, and then it goes onto where the body sits and crushes against it. So I don't know if that shows it very well, but it pinches it, so that's not going anywhere. That's sturdy as shit. So that's all done now. Now we've got our power connection running through here. Plenty of meat. That'll actually reach down there once I cut that, so that's fantastic. So that's all neat in there. We'll zip tie all this up. We've got our controls, which are up here, which I've spoken about 100 times now. This will be re-secured up here out of the way. Want to remember, this is going to get hot when it's running, even though it's not going to be running too much, so I want to try and keep it as far away from this as possible. Also remember, anything braided, so this line here, it's braided at the bottom, anything braided is going to chew through whatever it's touching. So that's why it's got a bit of conduit on here, so we don't want it to chew through our wiring and short stuff out. But yeah, this will all get changed later. We'll remove this and just run one solid line up here so that I get this flexi coil back, because at the moment it's going to look like shit having it all tucked in here, but it is what it is. So we'll get all this neatened up and zip tied up, and then I'll start putting all the covers back on. I will probably test it though before putting the covers on. That'd be the smart thing to do. So we'll connect everything up at the front, because I still haven't done that as I've been busy. So I'll wire all that up, get this all sorted, and then hopefully we'll be in business. Just thought I would touch on this end of the car, since I haven't really talked about it too much. I've already done my Tow Pro install. This is all going to get neatened up. I'm going to get a buzz bar and just run everything off that, but at the minute I'm just going to have to run everything the way it is. So I've got my fusible link here. This will go here. This will be put down next to my fuse box where it's nice and neat. These two wires come from the back of the car. I've got a positive and a negative. Now, instead of running it straight to the battery negative terminal, you'll see it has this here. This here actually measures shit, so you'll see it's got wires in it. This will measure the load through the negative. I don't know how it does it, magic whiz bangery. Someone who knows about this shit will tell you about it. But if you go connecting your negative strap to here, it's not going to read through the car, and then because it's got a smart alternator, it won't put the correct charge into the battery. So make sure if you're connecting stuff, you connect it before this, please. Or don't, I don't care, it's not my car, it's your car. So we'll connect all this up, make sure when you're doing any wiring, fuses are 100% necessary. So we'll neaten all this up, get it all wired up, and then we're good to go. I might even see if I can tee it into something under this cap so that's nice and neat. Anyway, we'll and just like that, all mounted up, all fused. I'll go to the back of the car now so we can check if we're getting power. I forgot my Tesla. Hang on. All right, so we got positive, negative. Put our positive in, put our negative in, and we have power. There we go. It took a bit to get the connection in there. So now we have a nice power connection here. All we really have to do is hook this up. So this is all the same plugs. I just also, so you know, I've done all of this with a King's tool bag kit. Not sponsored by King's, just letting you guys know that there's a shop that sells a fairly decent, cheap toolkit. It doesn't have every tool you'll ever need. These are tools from work, but I didn't really need those. But everything to pull the back of this out I use with this kit. I've pulled rear diff out of a Y61 with this kit. I've done a lot of work on my car with this kit, so it is good. It isn't the best made kit. For instance, I've blown apart this shifter. So yeah, if you put too much force, to be fair, I had to put a bar. I had a bar on it, so I probably shouldn't have been doing it. But it's cheap. It's what it is. So if you want a good kit, just to have in the back of your 4B, you can't go wrong. It even comes with a bag. Once again, not sponsored, just honest opinion. So yeah, now this is all done, we will move on and to make sure it all works. All right, so I had some issues with this wiring here, obviously, because it came out of the other car. I must have broken a wire, so I've repaired all that. That's all sorted. Sorted out the wiring. Now I've got this extension cord, because obviously this is all going to be hidden. So now we have our compressor. Perfect. Then so there we go, easy as that. I'll smack all the covers back on, and now I have a working air compressor that's hidden. I have it off a switch, and now all I need is to pump up my airbags whenever I need. So that was nice. I wouldn't say it wasn't overly difficult. Just pulling all these panels off was a pain in the ass, but yeah, it'll all go together nicely. It'll be hidden, and once I depressurize this, I'll be able to fold this up and hide it in there as well. So nice. So I realized while editing this video, I didn't actually show the finished product. So this is how it's now all gone back together. Now originally I was going to run everything up in here, but I decided it was actually a more clean look to hide everything under here now. So everything's hidden under here. I did say I'll get a panel up there. We will still get that eventually, but in the meantime I think this is a lot cleaner, especially because we're running our cords down there anyway. So I have everything here. I can get to my connections there nice and easy. The switch is here, so yeah, that's sort of what we're doing. Everything went back together real nice, and the best part is once you have it all folded down, I'll move the D035 out of the way. Once you have all this put down, it's all still looking standard, which is what was the goal. That's the main build of this car, is to make sure everything looks standard. So standard or hidden is the goal. So yeah, that turns out really nicely. It still works great. I've already used it, but you'll see that video next week of what I used it for. But yeah, so that's it. That is all done. So yeah, thanks for watching. Keep on boosting, stay grateful, and we'll see you in the next video.